This is a really unique industry to work in. It's very, very demanding. It absolutely demands creativity, and it expects you to be fresh and try new things constantly. You win new business in this industry by being distinctive and by being creative, and that's quite a pressure to carry day after day, but it makes it fun and it makes it enjoyable. I think other industries may be easier to slip into a routine of a daily grind. In this industry, that's impossible because no day is the same, no client is the same, no year is the same.
The royal wedding is obviously held at Westminster Abbey, which is opposite us, so we have roof areas where broadcasters could build their structures and do live broadcasting of the wedding. I was brought in to look after that with my techie side, but also I ended up managing the whole event with all the media companies, all their crew, making sure they had catering, room layouts correctly for their production rooms, all the technical requirements, building the structures was safe, and making sure they didn't bring the building down with them.
When it all comes together, it's just a real buzz because, you know, you've got all the projections on all the canvas walls in the main exhibition space of these black and white images of him and his parents because he was a war baby. The kind of theming on the night, all the entertainment that I assisted in booking, the theming of the 1940s menu, all that kind of stuff, and just seeing it all come together in one night that you've been dealing with it for the full year. It is a real buzz.
In July, just at the halls of residence alone, we've got about 60 events. Some of those are only small accommodation groups, some of them are weddings, some of them are residential conferences, and again with the Foresight Centre here, you can have 8 events running in one day. So I think you do have to be able to enjoy a challenge, because every day is a challenge when you're actually organising events.
Over the last few years, I've been involved with a number of associations, and at the moment I've got the honour of being the UK and Ireland chapter president of Meeting Professionals International. That's a global association, so I spend a lot of time both with my MPI hat on and my Barbican hat on, travelling the world, hoping to influence a little bit of the industry, support the industry and connect people to make this industry a better place.
I work with the Craft Guild of Chefs. I'm the Culinary Academy team manager. I've been doing that for 3 years now, and what we do is we put teams together for the major competitions, Hotel Olympia, Hospitality Show, as well as the Culinary Olympics and the Culinary World Cup. Doing that, I mean, I have a lot of chefs contacts that are members of the Craft Guild, as well as some members of my team here even. And what we do is we put a team together and take it to compete in these competitions. And we do very well at that, actually. We've won a lot of medals in the last couple of years, and we're putting a team together ready for 2012 for the Culinary Olympics.
I think there was space for somebody with a lot of enthusiasm and a lot of passion to take on a role and make it their own, and I naturally do that. I came in with a lot of enthusiasm and just really wanted to build something really good.
Yes, I've been quite closely involved with Conference Centres of Excellence for nearly 8 years now as the treasurer and a board member, and I also organise member benefits. So the key thing there is organising study tours a couple of times a year, taking a coach load of people from all the member venues within CCE and visiting other venues around the UK so that they can see how different venues do their business.
Well, I was very lucky to sit on the board of the Institute of Travel and Meetings Management, and actually I supported the move to change the name from the Institute of Travel Management to Meetings. So, and during my 5 years, I helped them shape their strategic viewpoint on meetings, but also I wrote a white paper on procuring meetings and events for the ITM. That was a great achievement, but I'm also involved in lots of industry bodies and working with lots of hotel groups, on their advisory boards, etc., supporting them too.
I think you have to have an energy and an enthusiasm for your work, and you have to, of course, treat people as you would wish to be treated yourself. I think you have to be friendly and helpful without being bossy and patronising. So I think you have to have an instinct almost for how you treat each individual.
We have a great country. and we have a great variety of product within the country, and we have some of the best, conference venues. We've got some of the best exhibition venues, and some absolutely fantastic places, either hotels or others, for events. And I just hate to see people sort of, not taking advantage of all that wonderful, rich variety of product that we have.
Although to me it was it was a very big change, obviously coming from the Navy to an industry about which I knew very little, but I've stuck at it for 13 years, tried very hard to get our corporate level of service up to the highest standards, and I think we've achieved that consistently now for several years. We've had some very good reports from the Hospitality Assured system, very high scoring marks, and I think it's a recognition that we, as a business, which I happen to be heading at the moment, have got it right. It's people. I like people, both the people that work with me and for me and the people that we serve, and the key thing for me is seeing happy people around, happy and satisfied people. And if I can achieve that at the end of each day, then I go home happy.
I thrive from working in the team environment that I work in. I thrive when I see great successes in my team, great big wins here at the Barbican. I love it with MPI when I see some of our students or our members who have joined and then elevate themselves through either chapter leadership or their jobs, their career succession planning. I love the fact that I see the London City selection grow. I see venues that maybe haven't had an opportunity to be out there in the market suddenly have had a great opportunity and a great win from a big organisation. Seeing the industry professionalise over the last few years, seeing government, and knowing that I've played a little part in that, and hopefully one day people will read my tombstone and say Sam Allen made a little bit of a difference in the world in this industry.